in French Indochina. The global destruction caused by World War II, 1939 to 1945, weakened France's colonial empire. During the war, the Japanese took control of French colonies in the Indochina Peninsula of Southeast Asia. In 1945, Vietnamese nationalists took up arms to gain independence. Led by Ho Chi Minh, 1890 to 1969, a communist, they first battled the occupying Japanese forces. Many fighters in Ho's nationalist army, known as the Vietminh, were trained by advisors from the United States, which was at war with Japan. After Japan's defeat, France wanted to re-establish control over Indochina, but Ho declared Vietnam's independence. He tried to negotiate with the French, but they would not recognize Vietnam. The stage was set for the First Indochina War. Emperor Bao Dai. European-educated Bao Dai, 1913 to 1997, shown above with French officials in the 1920s, was the 13th and last emperor of Vietnam. He was recognized by France as the country's ruler, but to Vietnamese nationalists he was a French puppet. They wanted an independent republic with elected rulers. Declaring independence. Ho Chi Minh, right, addresses Vietnamese nationalists gathered in the northern Vietnamese city of Hanoi, below, on the 2nd of September 1945, the day of Japan's surrender. Ho declared the establishment of the Independent Democratic Republic of Vietnam, DRV. At first, the French granted limited freedoms to the DRV, but clashes followed between Vietnamese government forces and French troops. As growing hostility between the DRV and France made war unavoidable, the United States backed French domination of Vietnam. French military parade. Newly arrived French soldiers drive through Hanoi past cheering French colonial residents and their Vietnamese supporters. The French tried to re-establish military control in Indochina just after World War II. Some Vietnamese favored French rule and bitterly opposed the Vietminh nationalists, especially as the Vietminh became increasingly influenced by communism. Many of the French-allied Vietnamese were educated in Europe, and had converted from Buddhism to Catholicism. Truman and Atchison. U.S. President Harry S. Truman, 1884 to 1972, left, meets with Secretary of State Dean Acheson, 1893 to 1971, in the late 1940s. Both believed that if Vietnam were controlled by Ho's communists, then other Indochinese countries also would become communist. Acheson persuaded Truman to give France financial and military aid to oppose the communists and the DRV. Indochina timeline. 1940 Japan takes over French Indochina in World War II. 1941 Ho Chi Minh establishes the Vietminh, the League for the Independence of Vietnam. 1945 Japan surrenders. Ho Chi Minh forms the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, DRV. 1946 French colonial troops clash with DRV forces, sparking the First Indochina War, 1946 to 1954. 1950 French suffer defeats. United States sets up the Military Assistance and Advisory Group, MAG, to further aid France. 1951 France controls cities, Vietminh control countryside. 1954 Vietminh take Dien Bien Phu base and defeat French, ending First Indochina War. Treaty in Geneva, Switzerland, temporarily divides Vietnam into North and South, calls for vote on Vietnamese future.